What's going on, YouTube? My name is Caleb Cole, and it is July 10th, 2026. I've contemplated making this video for quite some time, mainly because I'm not a YouTube guru. Never recorded a video for YouTube, never uploaded anything, and for those reasons I've kind of put this off and just didn't really feel comfortable doing it. But the more that I thought about it and the closer time gets, I figured, if I can help somebody, then, whatever, who cares? I know my YouTube channel or handle or whatever it's called is called Southeastern Bow Hunter, and this is not really going to really involve archery or bow hunting in general, but it kind of goes hand in hand. But so next week I am scheduled to have an artificial disc replacement at Texas Back Institute. Flying out Tuesday evening. Wednesday is pre-op, and Thursday the 16th in the morning I have an artificial disc replacement, and specifically talking about my L5S1 disc. I guess the problem stems from years of abuse, in the Marine Corps. Worked offshore for a little bit of time, then worked overseas in the private security sector for a couple of years. And anyway, just, used and abused my back. And so for several years, probably going on 7 or 8 now, I've had problems with it. If you're not interested in hearing about my pre-op and post-op recovery, you're obviously feel free to skip it. I know this is not really archery related, but I kind of feel like it does fall into, it in some way, shape or form, because obviously if you don't have a healthy back and you can't, you don't have the luxury of walking around, it's going to be hard to bow hunt. So I feel like it does play a little bit of part. So feel free to hang around. I'm going to go through what I've experienced up to this point, and going to kind of fill you in as time goes on. I'm going to try to do immediately, I'm going to try to film a video coming right out of surgery, 1 day later, 3 days later, a week later, a month later, and so on. So to start, I'll say that I've done the whole physical therapy, spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on custom orthotics. I've had 2 facet joint injections many years ago. I've had 2 intradiscal injections. I've had stem cell injections, to no avail, really. They've bought me some time, which I guess I can cover that later. The very first intradiscal injection directly into the disc, I had in 2023 or 2024, and about 72 hours after that, I felt like I was 18 years old again, and I was really thinking that, hey, if this could last a couple years or, whatever, then that's going to be fantastic. We can push surgery off. Everybody tells you, push surgery off, push surgery off. And maybe with a fusion, I would agree with that. Now, this is all, I don't have all the experience. I haven't obviously had the procedure done yet, so this is all speculation. But the general census is, when you have a fusion in your spine, you're going to put stresses on the above and the below segments, and then you're going to wear those out faster, and then eventually you'll have to go under the knife again to fix those other problematic areas. It just puts more stress on the above, the adjacent levels. So I don't know that I agree with that same theory when it comes to artificial disc replacement, and here's why. So over the past 6, 7, 8 years, I have favored my back in a way to where I kind of know what causes me pain now, and so I favor to one side, and it shows on my x-rays, it shows on my MRIs. I've had, I think, 3 MRIs, and you can clearly see a slight curvature in my back because over the years I favored that. And so I feel like if you're considering a disc replacement, I'm not going to say put it off for so long, because you're going to eventually do more harm by putting it off. And from what I'm reading, I've already met with so I'm having my procedure done at Texas Back Institute, and it's going to be performed by Dr. Scott Blumenthal. He's the surgeon that conducted the very first artificial disc replacement in the United States in, I think, March of 2000. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's March of 2000. I drove out to Texas back in April and met with him, met with everyone at Texas Back Institute, and they were all professional. And they have done a very good job. I can say they have done a very good job of keeping me in the loop, contacting me. So the way it works is I'll have a general surgeon come in, and he'll make a vertical incision right below my belly button. And they don't cut any muscle tissue, from what I'm told. They kind of pull it over to the side. The general surgeon gives Dr. Blumenthal access to my spine, and he'll kind of count down he uses some kind of criteria where he counts down to make sure, he's at, the right level. They will extract that bad disc. They'll fit me for a new disc, looking at the spacing and also the alignment. And then they'll fit it, and they literally drive it in there, from what I'm told. And at that point, Dr. Blumenthal's job is done. The general surgeon, from what I'm told, stays in the room pretty much the entire time, and he kind of closes everything back up. And then the whole process, I think, start to finish, is, I'm told, an hour. And stay in the hospital one night, and then I think as soon as there's some criteria that I have to meet. I think as soon as I walk and can pass gas, I think they'll release me to the hotel. So it's one night in the hospital, they release me to the hotel, one night in the hotel, and then they'll release me to go home the next day, after a post-op appointment with Dr. Blumenthal. Now, my schedule was originally scheduled for the 14th, was supposed to be home on Thursday. However, due to, I guess, his schedule, they've had to push it to the 16th. So I'm actually staying, the surgery's Thursday morning. I'm actually staying Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Monday is going to be my post-op appointment with Dr. Blumenthal to get released to go home. So low back pain, it sucks. And I'm 35 right now, and I've lost quite a bit of weight. I was December 31st of 25, New Year's Eve, I was 234 pounds, and now I am down to about 211. I've been going to the gym religiously, trying to get back in some type of shape, and by no means am I in Marine Corps shape, or I can still run a 7-minute 50-second mile. I can still do 50-60 push-ups pretty much without stopping, and crunches and stuff like that, but I don't think my entire body is as strong as it was, obviously, back in the Marine Corps. But I've definitely lost 21, 22, 23 pounds, something like that, and I've definitely gotten stronger. Core, I've definitely been working on my core, been doing back extensions, trying to strengthen my lower back up, stretching my hamstrings, stretching my legs. So I will, like I said, I've contemplated doing this video just because I'm not a YouTube guru. It's something new to me, so forgive me if it's not filmed properly, or aspect, the ratio. I didn't film it, wide. I filmed it in the vertical sense on my phone. So I don't have a YouTube studio, but I just wanted to do, just wanted to kind of, just want to kind of help some folks out if they're considering doing it, and just give another opinion. From the looks of it, I couldn't find many videos of patients on YouTube. I found several doctors going through the procedure and explaining what the procedure is, but I've only found like maybe 2 people that have actually had the procedure. And then one gentleman, I can't remember his name, I want to say it was Jake or something. He kind of said the same thing I'd said. He said that he looked on YouTube, couldn't find anybody, and he decided to upload his own stuff, and if it helps somebody, then good. So shout out to him. I can't remember his name. I think he's got 4 or 5 videos on his recovery. So I was very appreciative of his honesty and his honesty. And he did say that he did start getting some leg pain several months after, which is your ligaments stretching back out, because you got to think, over years you've kind of shrunk down and gotten smaller, and those spaces have collapsed over time. The ligaments have shortened, and then in a matter of an hour, they're going to make you, anywhere from, I think, a 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch taller, like within an hour. So there's going to be sore ligaments. And from what he said in his videos, which was something I have yet to hear, was he had really, really bad bruising on his abdominal section down to his groin area, from which, them pulling the abdominal muscles over. So I know I'm getting kind of lengthy and long-winded, but I just want to give somebody that's considering this as much information as I could, in hopes of helping somebody. Again, I apologize. I don't have a YouTube studio, don't have the fancy camera and the mics, but the sole intent of this is I'm not looking for monetization, just trying to help some people. So surgery's in less than a week. It's Friday. Yeah, less than a week. So I will do my best to keep you guys informed, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Thanks.